The narcissist's carefully concealed motivations reveal themselves through specific tests that strip away their performance and force authentic reactions that betray their true intentions. These strategic approaches bypass the narcissist's prepared scripts and polished charm, creating situations where their mask momentarily slips to expose the calculating entity beneath. Each method operates by disrupting the narcissist's expectations and control mechanisms, generating responses that distinguish genuine interest from predatory assessment, authentic connection from strategic manipulation, and real concern from performative care. Understanding these exposure techniques transforms confusion into clarity, allowing people to see past elaborate deceptions to recognize whether they're dealing with someone capable of authentic relationship or simply another narcissistic predator seeking their next source of supply. Number 1. Establish a firm boundary and observe their response. The most reliable method for exposing a narcissist's true intentions involves establishing a clear, reasonable boundary and watching how they respond. This boundary should be simple and non-negotiable, perhaps declining to share personal information too quickly, refusing to cancel existing plans for their last-minute requests, or maintaining separate financial accounts early in a relationship. The boundary itself matters less than the narcissist's reaction to encountering any limit on their access or control. A person with genuine intentions respects boundaries, perhaps asking for clarification, but ultimately accepting the limit without drama or manipulation. The narcissist, however, reveals their true predatory nature through their response to this obstruction. They might immediately push back with questions designed to make the boundary setter feel unreasonable, selfish, or paranoid. They deploy guilt trips about trust issues, comparisons to how previous partners were more accommodating, or subtle threats about the relationship's future if such restrictions continue. The narcissist's reaction to boundaries exposes their core belief that they're entitled to unrestricted access to others' time, resources, emotions, and personal information. They view boundaries not as healthy relationship components, but as obstacles to their control that must be eliminated through manipulation or punishment. Their inability to gracefully accept even minor limits reveals that their interest lies not in genuine partnership, but in establishing dominance and extracting maximum supply with minimum resistance. Number 2, share a success or happy news and watch their eyes. The second exposure technique involves sharing genuinely positive news about a personal achievement, stroke of good fortune, or moment of happiness and carefully observing the narcissist's immediate, unguarded reaction. This test works because authentic care produces spontaneous joy in others' successes, while narcissistic intentions generate automatic threat responses when others experience validation that doesn't center around the narcissist. The person with genuine intentions displays authentic pleasure. Their eyes brighten, their smile reaches their eyes, and they ask follow-up questions that demonstrate real interest in the details and meaning of the success. The narcissist, however, cannot entirely suppress their authentic negative reaction to others' independent joy. Their eyes might momentarily flash with something cold, envy, irritation, or calculation before their performed response kicks in seconds later. This micro-expression betrays the narcissist's true feelings about their target achieving something positive without their involvement or permission. They might offer brief, lukewarm congratulations before immediately redirecting conversation to themselves, minimizing the achievement through subtle comparisons or pointing out potential problems with the good news. The narcissist's inability to celebrate others' victories without centering themselves reveals that their interest in the person extends only as far as that person serves the narcissist's need for supply and validation. Number 3, temporarily become unavailable and monitor their reaction. The third method for exposing narcissistic intentions involves becoming strategically unavailable, not responding immediately to messages, declining an invitation due to prior commitments, or taking time for personal activities that don't include the narcissist. This temporary unavailability creates a test of whether the person respects autonomy or views their target as a possession requiring constant access. Someone with healthy intentions responds to temporary unavailability with patience and understanding, perhaps expressing mild disappointment, but respecting the other person's need for independence and separate life activities. The narcissist, however, reveals their true controlling nature through disproportionate reactions to brief unavailability. They might bombard the person with messages ranging from concern to accusation, demand explanations for where they were and who they were with, or punish the unavailability through coldness or manufactured conflict upon reconnection. This reaction exposes the narcissist's fundamental belief that their target should remain constantly accessible and focused on the narcissist's needs and desires. They view the person's independent activities, separate friendships, or time alone as threats to their control rather than healthy aspects of balanced living. Their inability to tolerate even brief unavailability without drama reveals that their intentions center on establishing possession and dependence rather than building a relationship between two autonomous individuals. These three exposure methods work because they create situations where the narcissist's prepared scripts and practiced performances prove insufficient, forcing authentic reactions that reveal their true predatory intentions. The person who applies these tests early in relationships protects themselves from investing emotional energy in someone whose carefully concealed motivations involve exploitation rather than genuine connection, control rather than partnership, and extraction of supply rather than mutual growth and support.